Good evening, Happy New Year. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to NOMEX Racing. It's season 8 of the Weekend League, and I hope everyone's well. Had a great Christmas and New Year, but we're back in it. We've got an exciting night of racing coming up from Bahrain. Very, very stormy where I am tonight. If you can hear the wind in the background, I'm obviously not in Bahrain. We've got plenty of changes. I'll just get the links and stuff shared, and then we'll be ready to go. Let me just. There we go. Anyway, let's check out the new teams for the season, shall we? So we'll start with the McLarens. These are the permanent drivers for this season. Of course, you will see as certain people obviously can't make it every now and again. These things do happen. We've got King 5 Panda with Aidan Bell in the McLarens. That should be a strong team there. Josh and Chappie are in the Ferraris. That is a very strong team. In the Red Bulls, we've got Mama Admin and Thanos. In the Mercedes, we've got the People's Champ Paddy and Ace, the main man, the owner. We have Asteers and Dirty Taffy in the Aston Martins. The Alpines, we have Lee and Craig. That should be that's a nice little team. That I think they'll pick up some good points this season. We've got Panda Man and Silver Fox in the Haas. In the Williams, we've got Palander and Immortal. In the RBs, we've got Tim and Shane. And lastly, we've got Ice One and Fishy in the Saubers. Evening, Josh. Yeah, it's nice to be back. I'm actually feeling okay now. For those that don't know, I got the flu, and that was fine. But I got a chest infection because of it, and it was really, really bad. I ended up in hospital, but now I'm back. I'm good to go again, 100%. And I'm looking forward to this season. This should be a good one. Sprint race tonight, first race of the season. So we're gonna double qualifying, as I mentioned. I hope you had a good Christmas, Josh. I hope you're well, and a good New Year. Will occasionally mute my mic. I'm still coughing a little bit, but yeah, I'm absolutely fine now, I guess. So straight in at Bahrain, no messing about. One of my definitely top 3 tracks. I know some people say it's a little bit boring, Bahrain, because it gets played so much, but I'm actually a fan. I really like Bahrain. Difficult to get a safety car out here. Not impossible, but difficult, just because of there's such a large amount of runoff. Strategy around here, probably a 2-stopper in the main race, and even though it's quite a fast flowing circuit, you need fairly high downforce. As I mentioned, this is the qualifying for the sprint race, so we might see a few people just using mediums here. Shane's on his way out in the RB. He's going to be first one out, maybe? Oh no. Govi's just got out in front. I'm just going to sort my audio levels out. There we go. Right, so we'll go down to Govi in the Haas. Have made some big signings here during the off season. Gene has been splashing the cash. I'd say it's a very balanced constructors this season. In terms of, and I don't mean this in any offensive way to anybody in any team. I'm not. But there seems to be a distinct stronger driver and a distinct second driver in every team, which means I think the constructors will be a lot closer throughout the whole of the season, but we'll have to see. Interesting to see if anyone's piled on the pounds over Christmas. A bit too much weight in the car. There we go, into turn one here, comes Govi. Turn one, massively important, as you see, not using the full width of the track. It's the first flying lap of the season, so I wouldn't expect, you're not going to see a ridiculously fast time, a confidence building lap this. Okay, down into Stroll. He took that quite nicely. It's technically the second DRS zone. We're going well off the track there, and that's going to be an invalidation. So let's get straight on with Shane then. Who is at the end of sector 2, 107.7. So, also a good attendance tonight, 18 drivers, so good to see. Well, minor adjustments there from Shane, I'm not sure. So 129.7 then for Shane, as Tim has just started his fast lap. King Panda with a 128.7, that's a whole second quicker. He might be good here in terms of the distance between himself and the car in front. Give him a chance to get a bit of slipstream. On the medium tyres, Tim, as I said, I imagined that there was going to be a mix there. You see, Craig's putting a 129.6. Most people on the mediums, you do tend to see this during sprint qualifying. Excuse me. Probably going to see hard tyres in the sprint. Chappie's just put in a 129.9, 130.5 for Mr. On Your 6. Might score him 104 there. Fishy Flopper with a 129.4, 128.8 for Reese. So decent little lap there. Let's see, has Tim had a tow the whole way around here? I think he might have done. — 128.8, Paddy with a 129.4. Still a tenth down. Invalidations, right, left and centre. Let's get on with Bucko then, in the Williams. We'll see through 2 sectors what sort of time. About a 106 would be good. Comparable with the leaders. It's a 108.6. Again, medium tyres, so these times are going to be slower than what you're going to see in qualifying for the feature race. Just going to quickly check something. Yeah, no, we're all good. Sorry about that. That's a 131.1 for Bucko. Taffy with a 131.4. I think I've got everybody's timing so far. There's Chuck in the other Williams. Let's see what time comparable to the leaders he's getting here. This looks pretty good actually. 1:06.9. This could be a decent one. Down the start finish. So 1:29.2. That's 6th position as it stands. That was a decent little lap there. I'm gonna check if Reese is doing another lap. Yeah, he is. He's 1.5 tenths up too. I think about the middle of sector 2 here. Let's make a little adjustment. That's the thing about qualifying on the mediums. You can put a slightly higher fuel load in, do a couple of fast laps, and before you come back in. King Panda's on an out lap. We'll get on board as soon as he gets round. We'll watch the rest of this lap from Reese, providing he doesn't invalidate, of course. Let's see what the sector 2 time's going to be. Oh, that's a big time. That 1:06.5. Very, very quick on the mediums as well. The good thing about doing multiple laps on the medium tyres is that you can get up to temperature and you get the maximum out of them. So let's see. It's going to be a 1:28.3. That's almost 4 tenths quicker than King Panda there. That's a very good lap from Reese. King Panda's just got the one corner to go. Shane's retired from the session on a 1:29.7. Might not want to overly use the tyres available, which is not a bad strategy. You can sometimes not bin off the sprint race, but you know, pick your moment and really go for it in the feature race. Decent turn 1. You've got to get good traction out of turn 1 into turns 2 and 3. Again, not cutting the corner really and staying well within the track limits. Oh, and a little slide there. Quicker than the first lap though. I think there's more to be had still though. I think he gets a bit wider down with the first DRS and he cuts turn 2 a little bit. Doesn't slide there as well where he did. You know, that's a couple more tenths I think. Maybe took a little bit too much on the inside there. That's nice. That's a 1:06.8. So 3 tenths slower than Reese through 2 sectors. Sector 3 going to bring. That's nice. Doesn't touch the curb on the inside. Loses no. Oh! Wow. That's very surprising. Unless he's going to try and get in and out really quick. No. His time he was up. That's. Yeah, that's weird. Craig there has just put in a 1:28.5. I'm quite baffled by that, to be honest. Why wouldn't you finish it like he was definitely quicker, wasn't he? Through 2 sectors. And I thought sector 3 looked decent. I don't know. Honestly, I can't explain it. So with the time left, 1 minute and 20 seconds. I can tell you now that both Chuck and Tim have decided it's one and done in terms of their qualifying. Gobi's not going to get a lap, a valid time in. This is going to be an interesting one. Making a bit of space here, Josh. He's got the McLaren of Aiden. Chappie's just started his fast lap. We'll stick with Josh and see what sort of time he can put in. Oh, Tim has managed to get out. We're about 30 seconds. I'm not sure he's going to make this. It's going to be tight. There we go, little corner cut, using all the track. Not on the outside though, again. A little bit there towards the end. That's alright. No slide. So almost 3/10 up through sector 1. Really close whether Tim makes this or not. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He hasn't managed to make it. So at best, 4th position for Tim. Reese and Craig done. It is on Josh right now. Check out the split time in sector 2. Again, no touch on the inside. I think there's still more to be had there. A 106.1, which is almost a full second up. This is pole position pace right now from Josh. Impressive lap. Fishy Flopper is putting a 128.1 in the Sauber. That's a big lap. Chappie is putting a 129.0. Let's see, can Josh steal pole position here? He can with a 127.7. That is a really quick lap, that. And just now that. That's it. Paddy got round. We didn't quite see where he managed to finish. Second for Paddy on the front row, starting the season off nice and positive there. Let's check this this qualifying grid out then. So Josh and Paddy on the front row with Fishy Flopper just behind in 3rd, Reese in 4th, only on the mediums though. So take that into account. That's a very, very good time. Craig and King Panda are on the 3rd row grid. Aiden and Tim down there in 8th. Did do one run on the mediums. Chappie 9th. Ice one there at the end, pressure on in 10th. Then we've got Chuck, 104, Shane, Taffy, Ace, Bucko, Jathanos and Govey making up the grid. So sprint race. What'd it be? Yeah, it's a day race. Obviously, there's like a 0.00001% chance of rain. What I should do is while everybody's sorting their fuel loads and what tyres they're going to pick, just quickly run into the kitchen. I'm sure you can still hear me. And just grab a quick drink here. My throat's still a little bit battered. So it's nice to have something handy, a bit of water or whatever. But there we go. So again, just waiting for everybody to set up, and then we'll see. There we go then, formation lap underway. Let's put the lap data on, obviously, and oh, so the soft. I think we might have to see a pit stop during this sprint race. I have a feeling that it's going to be medium soft or soft medium. Bahrain, notably one of the worst tracks for tyre wear. Someone going to try and take these mediums the whole race. Yeah, we'll have to see, but very interesting, different strategy. So King Panda there in 6th position. If he has a good start, because there's no, you could go soft. I mean, I don't know why you would, because it's a sprint race. You're not even, you've got no obligation to pit in, so might be one to look out for. We're almost round the formation lap, and this is going to be the first race start of the season, this sprint race, and hopefully everyone can get away clean. You see there Ace and Siuuuuuuu not making it round. They're going to be starting quite far back in their grid box. Is anybody doing a bit? Yeah, who's that? Is that Craig? I think he's pointed it right, just basically across the track there. He's pointed his vehicle, which helps. If he has a good start, he can cut people off. Just the last couple just warming up now, just getting into their starting positions. So it's lights out and we're underway, and I'm not sure that was the greatest of starts from Fishy Flopper. As you can see, Reese down the inside, very quick start. King Panda up into 5th already. Paddy has taken the lead. Josh side by side, we've got caution there, yellow flags. Let's see who got through clean there. Yeah, Thomas had a really good start, up to 12th in the Red Bull. Oh, Ice One in 17th position. That would have been a disastrous start. Let's have a quick look. Where's Ice One? No damage as I can see. There's somebody there with damage. That's a Williams. I think it might be Bucko. It looks like... Oh! And Giathanos going all over the place. That's a corner cutting penalty. So there you go. It's a soft or soft medium. I don't think we'll see a two-stopper in a sprint race. That looks a bit ridiculous, doesn't it? Oh, that's a big touch there. I think that was Chuck. As I can see, no damage to anyone yet. Josh had a good start. Fishy Flopper dropping down. Tim's going through. Look at these. Here, the front three have pulled away. A 2-second gap on Tim already. It's Josh, Paddy and Reese. And Tim in 4th. He's got to try and close that gap. But while he's concentrating on defending, these front three could pull away. Only 10 laps, so it's not going to be the easiest run that Tim's got. And he's not got them loads of time. And that's a 3-second for corner cutting for 104 there. Craig is out of the race. As King Panda went through. With it being 10 laps, that suggests to me that these medium runners are going to try and take it the whole race. Sorry, excuse me. I'm not sure that the softs are going to be good for 10 laps though. I'll have to wait and see. This is the battle for 4th position, as you can see, between King Panda and Tim. Chuck just hanging on there. He's going to have DRS. DRS has been enabled at the start of lap 2, of course. Tim looking to make a move down the inside, and does. Oh, King Panda's miles off the track there. Where is he? There he is. Surely he's going to have to give that position back, but not gaining an advantage while you're off the track. We'll have to see. I think he's let him back through there. Side by side, these two. Don't worry, I've got my eye on the top 3 as well. As Reese just puts in the fastest lap of the race. And he's looking to move up into first position from third. That is a great overtake, double overtake there from Reese. Oh, just choking a little bit. What a fantastic manoeuvre there. Down the start finish straight from Reese with the DRS. Now up to first position. Tim now down into sixth. That's he's looking a bit ragged. His first race of the new season, of course, the sprint race. As you see, side by side, Chuck's looking pretty decent, to be fair. Again, staying within DRS range, and it's going to make a big difference. You see the top three here. No quarter given by any of them. I'm going to stick with these three for a little bit. Riding on board with Josh, getting a good view of the two cars in front. Now Reese has got to hold both Paddy and Josh off here. He could be a big loser in terms of positions this lap. They've all moved across. He's defending the right hand side there. Paddy has gone through. Reese only dropping the one position. Josh just nice and patient in third. Awkward position to be in, of course. If you've ever heard me commentate before, you'll know that I believe third in a DRS train like this, it's such a horrible place to be in. The guy in front of you's got DRS and will probably pass the guy in first, but you're too far back to make a move in most instances. So he's got to do something at some point. King Panda has closed the gap here, and Tim has also got back onto the back of King Panda. Don't think he's quite close enough. No, definitely not. Chuck down in 7th position now. Oh, and a big spin there. I think he's all right though. That's, I think that's those softs. Where is he at? He's well off the track. Look, he's got no traction. His tyres are too hot. He's just got to feather it until they cool down. That's those soft tyres after 4 laps not working. As Paddy comes around first position, we're on lap 5. Reese manages to get through. Will Josh make a move? Not yet. Tim going through now on King Panda, by the way, for 4th. That's very unlucky for Chuck there. He was had a really good start and he was showing good pace, but those soft tyres, especially here at Bahrain where the tyre wear is so high, it's such a risky strategy. And this is the one circuit you can't bank on safety cars. I think this is one of it's the circuit with one of the lowest percentages in terms of a safety car coming out. That's not to say that there is never one, you know, you do see them, but I don't like to, as I say, bank on a safety car on this track. As you go somewhere, you go Monaco, you go anywhere really, Azerbaijan, whatever, Jeddah, you know, you could probably guarantee that at some point there's going to be a safety car, but not here. So Josh again, let's see, he's just dropped back 6/10. He's obviously going to have DRS. You see, once again, Reese moving over, and Ace has got a 3-second penalty there for multiple warnings. Running in 13th. Oh, King Panda's still going on those softs. I think he's holding Tim up more than anything. You see the gap now 2.5 once again. Tim's going to try and make a move down the inside. A Some very nice clean racing from the pair of them there, giving each other enough room where there's no contact. There's a lot going on down here in the battle for 10th. You see Aiden very, very close to Giafanos, has made the pass, and now he's on the back of Ice One. Ice One's not going to have any DRS, so if Aiden can get within a second here, got a big chance. Well, let's go back to the top three. As you can see, towards the end of Sector 2, not a lot in it. Here comes this front three. I imagine Tim's going to make a pass at some point. Yeah, he's gone through there. You can just see in the background. Reese going to move to the right once again. Yep, he has. Just makes it more awkward for the pass. Paddy has got through this time though, and Josh has managed to get through. Tim's dropped there. Sorry, not Tim. Reese has dropped there. 2 positions. He was doing fantastic work at the front to hold both Paddy and Josh off, but in the end it was too much. And now Josh is going to try and take it down the inside on Paddy. Oh, and there's a touch. There's a bit of a touch there. That's a slight coming together between Paddy and Josh. Josh still on the back. I think Reese just slowed down a little bit there to make sure it didn't get any sort of incident. We saw Tim and King Panda go through there very cleanly. I'm not saying these guys weren't clean. That'd be very harsh of me to say. But there's always that risk there. It's a bit of a dodgy place to overtake. But as the great Wayne Gretzky said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. In Formula 1 terms, you fail 100% of the passes you refuse to go for. You know, if a gap's there and it's on and you're not going for it, then you're in the wrong sport. Paddy keeping it down the left hand side of the straight here. That's interesting. He's not worried about moving over. King Panda keeping Tim really honest, and he's going to make the pass. He has made the pass, but he's not been able to shake King Panda and concentrate on hunting down the 3 cars in front, and that's made things very awkward for him. But yellow flags in sector 3. Somebody's in the pits. Trying to figure out who that is. Could it be Giathanos? I think it is. Just 2 non-finishers in Craig and Chuck. I think Chuck learned a lesson in strategy there. Yeah, it was Giathanos in the pits. He's coming out though. 2 and a bit laps to go. I must say, a phenomenal effort by King Panda here just to keep those soft tyres for this long. It's going to be a long 2 laps for him though, in as much as he's going to be feeling everything. He's going to be battling so hard with the car just to keep it under control for these next 2 laps. So lap 9 of 10. And Josh is having a little look. King Panda again going through on Tim. Tim cannot break him. I think at this point the medium tyres would be at a much better state than the softs. You know, there'd be a distinct advantage, but with it being Bahrain, you never know. Very shrewd move from King Panda to go on the softs. I was sure that he was going to have to pit in at some point. Didn't see the soft tyre lasting this long. excuse me, and it also gives an extra set of mediums for the actual race. There's a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings for Aiden there. There'll be multiple track limit warnings. Ice One's done well. He was down in 17th, had a disastrous start, up into 9th. So, yeah, it's probably as high as he's going to get. But that would be a more than satisfactory comeback over the course of these 10 laps. So we're about to start the final lap, and we're about to find out who's going to get the first win of the season in this sprint race. Reese is going to make the pass. He's gone through on Paddy. Josh is just in there behind. Got to make a move at some point. Tim in front of King Panda. Difficult, very, very difficult to overtake here. Josh is going to have a look. He's a little bit too far back. So you need to really be side by side to even think about passing there. Going to need a good exit down the hill, around the hairpin, around Stroll. If you can get a better... Oh, 3 wide here. There's 1 of 4 there. It's a 3-second for warnings. Almost compromise the entry here, get a really good exit. You've got a chance at making a pass. Ooh! Paddy losing it. Oh, that's a big, big touch. That's not even a touch. It's a shunt there from Josh. I think both of them are struggling to control their vehicles. You see Tim has managed to get within a second here. It's just really closed the gap this last lap. Reese is just taking it nice and easy. I think he's happy. He's got the race in the bag. We're about to see Josh and Paddy side by side. It's going to be Reese. And it's just going to be Paddy from Josh. Tim in 4th, King Panda in 5th. Fishy Flopper coming over the line in 6th. A decent showing there. Chappie and Bucco. It's going to be Chappie and the Ferrari. That's a decent race for the Ferraris, that. Bucco in 8th. Here comes Ice One. As I say, 9th position. He had a disaster of a start. So, 9th position, he's going to be well happy with that. And we could see a bit of switching around here. No, oh yeah, just a bit. So Aiden got 10th. Ace up in 11th position there. That's a very good sprint race for him. 104.12. Shane 13th. Here comes the Dirty Taffy in the Aston Martin. Coming over the line in 14th position. There's Giathanos with 15th, and right behind him is Govey. Oh, what a race that was. Fantastic start to the season. There's Paddy celebrating there, 2nd position. Hats off to Reese there, getting the race win. Tim gets driver of the day there. It was a very good showing. There you can see the final standings. Don't worry about the points. I'll next week, when the points have been confirmed, I'll talk you through the point system. We do it slightly different here. It gives more people a chance of picking points up, and it also enhances both the drivers and the constructors' titles. But there's the sprint race anyway, so that's a good indicator for the main race. Also, I've got to say, what an effort from King Panda there. He started in 6th on the grid. Just the 1 place made up. Or he could have finished 4th. He was very close. Finished 5th in the end. But took those soft tyres a full 10 laps. That was an immense effort. So now we've got qualifying for the feature race. And so any setup on the car that you previously had, you're able to change. If you felt that either during sprint qualifying or during the sprint race, something didn't quite feel right with the car, you do have a chance to fully reset and change your change your setup of the vehicle. The same again, we've got 18 minutes instead of the 12. You get an extra 6 minutes for full qualifying, so plenty of time for 3 runs, I would imagine, for everyone. So who's going to pull the trigger first is the question here, and nobody's wanted to be the first out. Oh, is that a McLaren coming out? I think so. It's King Panda, who obviously had that phenomenal run as we've just seen there in the sprint race, coming out on the mediums. They might not have, especially with the King Panda, using a set of softs in sprint quali and a set of softs in the sprint race. It means he's going to have less options in terms of tyres for this qualifying session, but you imagine he'll still be fast, and he'll still have at least a couple of runs on soft tyres. He might want to save one set of softs though for the race, just in case there is like a late safety car or something, and he can make the tactical change needed. But we'll see. Long way to go before then. A lot can happen, and a lot will happen in between now and then, I imagine. So here we go then. Craig's about to start. Craig's on his fast lap. Oh, apologies there. Don't know what made me say he's about to start. He's in sector 2. Yeah, we'll see what sort of time. We saw in the sprint qualifying at the end of sector 2, a 106 was very, very good. Low 106. A very good indicator of where it's going to put you in near the top. So we'll have to see. I expect qualifying times to be quicker actually. You see a 106.5 already. A longer qualifying session. With more rubber down on the track. So I think you'll see a faster times during this qualifying session. Of course, you'll see the likes. Let's say Tim, for example, won't be going on mediums to do his run. Anyway, so Craig with a 128.5, which is a good little time. That. Let's get on with Fishy Flopper, shall we? It was almost towards the end of sector 2, so this will be a good indicator. So a 106.5 was Craig's time. There's King Panda doing a 129.1, of course, on the medium tyre. So 106.9 there from Fishy Flopper. Very early in the session. A lot of rubber to be put down on the track. I see not many out either. Not many putting in a lap right now. 128.8, yeah, so decent sector 3, made about a 10th back on Craig's time. Or he was about a 10th quicker in sector 3. And we've got Chappie here in the Ferrari. Had a good sprint race, to be fair. He had a decent little run. He's on the medium, so let's check out Ace on the softs. The boss man himself, of course. looking to put another good showing in like he did in that sprint race. I think yeah, he went about his business and had a good little race there. Hopefully can follow that up. Obviously a bit different in a feature race, so the longer you've got to concentrate, I think there's a lot more factors that can be brought into play because of the race being longer. It will probably take confidence. Oh, and that's unlucky. That's it. Just cut a bit too much there. He's going to come back into the pits, I imagine. Yeah, a little bit lucky there. Tapping with a 150.1, not nothing there. Aiden's putting a 129.5. Who else we got there? Yeah, Chappie with a 130. 131.2 for Bucko. But you see, if you put the detail in, King Pandas on mediums, Chappie, Bucko, Taffy all did a lap on the mediums there, so we'll have to wait and see. Who do we want to watch? Let's get on with Josh, just starting his fast lap here. This will be a good indicator, you would imagine. He did have a really good qualifying and he had a fantastic race. Finishing, of course, in 3rd position in the sprint race. Very good to see. And been a lot more aggressive in this qualifying session. I think because of the extra time that you've got in this qualifying, in qualifying for a feature race, you can be a bit more aggressive. Yeah, you might invalidate one, but then you've still got at least 2 runs to put that right. Whereas in the sprint quali, you don't want to quite risk it. You want to get a decent lap in, and then you take it from there. And it does. Simple things like that do affect the mentality of a driver and the way that they'll go about things. There we go. It's going to be a 106.7, so 0.2 slower than Craig's sector 2 time. That's what we're going to use, at least for now, as the sector 2 indicator. We're looking about 2nd position. Well, this is a good finish. No, just 2nd there, yeah. Just a 10th behind Craig for Josh, so that's a good starting point. It's a good first lap. Look what Shane's doing here. He's in sector 1. No, he's in sector 2 now. Like the telemetry at the top there, telling me lies. Shane in the RB's got a really good teammate this year in Tim. Shane, of course, no slouch himself. He could put together a strong race. So the RB, I mean, any team with Tim in it is gonna be doing damage, you know. But I just think, yeah, Shane's a good, solid teammate. It's going to be picking points up. It'll be interesting to see that one. As I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, when I was reading the teams out, there's very much a balance in terms of the constructors. It's going to be interesting to see who can take advantage. That's 6th position for Shane. Here's Tim in sector 1. I've just been out turn 3 there. Excuse me, DRS enabled. Let's see there, the rear wing open. I don't think Tim will be overly pleased at 4th position, although, you know, it's obviously he only put 1 qualifying lap in for the sprint. I think he slightly mistimed his final run and he didn't get that fast lap in, so it left him further down the grid, and that made that push to get maximum points possible a lot harder than it should have been. So a rare error from Tim. He's going to be looking to put that right at 106.1. That is very, very quick. So we'll have to remember that, a 106.1, because that's probably going to be the mark at the end of sector 2. It's probably going to be the fastest lap. Well, no, probably about it. This is going to be the fastest lap. Yeah, 127.8. That's a very good run there from Tim. Let's get on with Reese. Nice one with a 128.6. Is pretty decent. Oh, look at that, Reese. 127.7. A tenth and a half quicker. Paddy is currently coming up to turn 4. So we're looking at about 106 through 2 sectors, and you're on course for pole position. Nice and smooth this. Paddy always... It's weird because he's really fast. He is a really fast driver, but he just looks... It's still top gear cliche, isn't it? Starting the reasonably priced car. You don't necessarily have to look fast. It's the smoothness of the run. So 106.3, which is a very quick time, but we know that Tim did a 106.1, and given that Reese is a tenth and a half in front, he's going to probably have done about a 106 even. We're currently about 3 tenths down. He's looking at a 128 even here. He just lost a little bit in the last sector. A bit of a poor final corner there, but 4 as it stands. That's a good first time putting. Here comes Ace. Hopefully can put that first lap out of his mind. Though he did it. To be fair, he did have a good. He did have a good run up until that last corner. He's just got to, even if you've got to be a little bit overly cautious here. That's nice. That's very nice. Maybe a little bit slower in than he would like, but that's a 130.0. That's 13th position. That was a good effort. That, especially as I say, pressure's on there. You get that wrong, you've got to come out and really just put the lap of your life in. Now he's got something. He's got a lap time there, and he can just now he can go all out. And if it doesn't work, then well, I've got the 130 to fall back on. There's Giafanos, of course. Looking at some different drivers here in qualifying than we normally would. There's obviously the usual suspects, and you can see them there towards the top. But of course, it's always nice to get a perspective of a different driver. Didn't see Giafanos' second sector time there. I don't like touching that corner on the inside, that last corner. I think you either just like brush it ever so slightly, or you don't touch it at all. That's a 130.3. That's directly behind Ace. Yeah, it's not for me. I don't. As I say, I don't like it. It's. I think it's overly risky. He's probably doing a fast lap here. Let's get on board and have a look. Time would suggest so, and the time would suggest that this is going to be a quick lap. A good sector 3, and he's going to have about the same time as Tim. There we go then. No, he's coming in. Again, a bit like King Panda. It's a weird one, but I kind of get it with Paddy, because he's got time to get some fresh tyres on and then go for it. One more run. So yeah, it's understandable. Expect him to be out in no time at all. Reese has got messing about. He's straight out, and he's got King Panda right behind as well. Just look back there. You'll be able to see the McLaren. There it is. Although I'm sure King Panda will try and widen that gap. Either that, or he'll get right in behind and get a tow. We'll have to see. Risky in qualifying that. You don't want a stupid incident in qualifying. It's avoidable. I'm not saying it's going to do that, but you get what I'm getting at. You know, it's something like that. I mean, it's avoidable, and you end up getting a penalty for it, or it messes your lap up because you're braking too late and you're not taking into account the tow that you get in the extra. Yeah, it's not for everyone. So Reese going down the right hand side as he has been doing all evening, to be fair. He's trying not to give King Panda a tow there. Ooh, that's taking it to the limits. Excuse me. Through turn 3, and that's very, very costly. That has to be. Is half a tenth down. I think he must have lost at least a tenth there. Massive snap of oversteer. Oh, and he's lost it. He tried too hard, and he's come so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter. And it's going to be Reese's qualifying over, I'm afraid. He has got a really good time with a 1:27.7. Currently, provisionally on pole position, remember, so not the end of the world. I think King Panda's going for a double outlap here. That's a big brain play, to be honest. Let's see what Tim's doing then. Into turn 4. Slight adjustment. Almost a tenth down through sector 1. So, yeah. I mean, Reese could. I guess he could keep going. No, not now. Craig and Ice are both done, both 1:28.5 and a 1:28.6 respectively. Giustanos has finished with a 1:30.3. Again, Govey not able to put in a lap time. He's got to slow it down a little bit, get the consistency first. Oh, that's a massive sector 2 from Tim. 10th up, he's going to be close. Got a Red Bull in front that has pulled over to one side. That's good to see. Here we go then. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 1:27.4. Provisional pole there. Fishy Flopper with a 1:28.0. Paddy is out. He's decided not. He's done. And that is a phenomenally quick sector 1 and 2, by the way, from King Panda. Burning that extra bit of fuel. Bit of extra fuel off. Might make all the difference. Let's see. No, it's only a 1:28. Poor sector 3 there from King Panda. Which means it's going to be pole position for who I would say is the pre-season favourite in Tim. Now, unlucky from Reese with that spin. Didn't quite have control of the vehicle. But there we go. So we've got Tim and Reese on the front row, followed by Josh, King Panda, Fishy Flopper, Paddy in 6th there. We've got Craig 7th, Ice 1 8th, Chuck 9th, Chappie in 10th. We've got 104 in 11th, 12th for Aidan, 13th for Shane, Ace in 14th, 15th for Bucko. We've got Dirty Taffy there in 16th, 17th for Geophanos, and Govey in 18th position. That's going to be the starting grid for this race from Bahrain. You could see a two-stop strategy here. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. The mediums did hold up pretty well during the sprint race. And if you can get 11, 12 laps out of the mediums and then go on to the hard tyre, you might only have to make the one stop. Of course, we've got to take into account if there's going to be a safety car or even a VSC. Penalties. It's not the easiest track to get penalties on either. It can be done, you know. You run wide a few times, you know. Just if you just misjudge a corner or lose focus, concentration for a quick minute or whatever, yeah, it can happen. It's not impossible, but it's quite a forgiving circuit, both in terms of the runoff and it's not Austria in terms of track limits either. So yeah, there are opportunities to you know, if you make a mistake, you know, you shouldn't let it get to your head too much here. It's not always it. There's some tracks like Hungary, it can be the end of the world. You've got to be fully focused for the full duration. Yeah, it's a little bit more. It's a little calmer here, which I like, and it's good. That's why it's good as a season opener. It kind of like eases you into the season. So anyway, formation lap, and let's get everything we want on, and let's see the tyres then. So we got we've got all three dry compounds represented. The top six all on the mediums. Then we've got Craig on the softs. Craig might feel he's a little bit out of position qualifying 7th. I don't personally, but he may feel that way. So he's gone for the softs early. And Ice One, Chuck and Chappie on the mediums. Then we've got 104 there and 11th. On the hard tyre, that's going for the long first stint. Then Aiden on the softs. Then Shane on mediums. Ace on softs. Bucko on mediums. And the bottom three there on softs as well. So quite a varied strategy. The top six though, all on mediums. They'll be the ones, I guess, to look out for. You'd expect. Well, what? 3 stops? Soft, hard. I don't know. That's not going to happen, is it? Unless safety cars happen at certain points. Well, I don't imagine people are going to move on to softs after, you know, if a safety car comes out within that first pit window, as it said there on the screen. That's not going to happen. Everyone's going to start lining up on the grid. Let's see if there's anyone pointing their car to the side. Something to look out for, of course. Very different for Tim. Managed to put that mistake in the sprint qualifying. He's managed to put that to one side, and he's starting from the front of the grid. That's going to make a big difference. So watch for the lights. Watch for them going out. There we go. We're underway. We've got drive-throughs for Ace and Bucko there. A false start. I didn't think we were going to get away, actually. Decent start there from Tim. Reese right behind. Fishy Flopper in 5th. Paddy in 6th. Ice One in 7th. Craig drops out into 9th. A bit of a scrappy start, that one. Not helped by the big delay, really, in the lights going out and actually getting underway. think everybody's okay though. Everyone's still running at least. So even with a drive-through, I mean, it's not ideal, is it? But it's not the end of the world. You could still. I mean, Ace started this race on soft tyres, so you could just go over to a set of hards or mediums and take it from there. Bucko, who started on the mediums, that's a little different. That could be. But whatever he changes to, then he's already had his two compounds, so he kind of freezes up a little bit in terms of strategy. So here comes Reese going through on Tim. You see Josh already a second back, having to hold off King Panda, Fishy Flopper, Paddy, Ice One, Chuck, Craig, Chappie, and Aiden, all in that DRS train, which has been enabled. So from now on, we will have DRS unless a safety car comes out. Excuse me. Ace did not pit in. Now looking at the strategies, they're saying. I can see the 2-stop if you started on soft, that maybe. But again, a 3-stop strategy, medium, soft, medium, hard, or whatever that was. No, I don't think it's just some ridiculous strategies they throw up on you. Here we go then. Josh has managed to get within DRS, so that means we've got a 8-car DRS train. Craig just dropped back to just over a second, and he's in a bit of pressure here, under a bit of pressure. So he's just about managed to get it under a second. The gap between himself and Chuck. Again, bringing these race strategies up, like soft, medium. What, you're going to go longer on the softs than your 2 seconds now? Tim retakes first position, and everyone else in that DRS train, it's difficult to get an overtake. We're looking at Paddy in 6th position right now on the mediums. Solid enough start. Josh has managed to get on the back up to front 2, and I think these are starting to just try and open a little gap up. Not very successfully. It's difficult to do. Obviously, there's because of where the DRS zones are situated. There's Tim at the front from Reese, then Josh, King Panda, followed by Fishy Flopper, Paddy, Ice One, Chuck, and Craig. All have DRS. Chappie just out of DRS. If he would get in it, then himself and Aiden will both have DRS all the way from the front there. I think the strategy is going to be crucial in this race. You undercut, you overcut, and have something in the tyres at the end. All those questions to be answered, of course. We're only just starting lap 4. Is Reese going to have a look? Josh is having a look at Reese here, and as you see, just stepped out to the side and just had a little look. Didn't help, but King Panda really closed the gap there. It's almost side by side. There's Chappie and Aiden Bella side by side, I know that. There they are. There's the Ferrari and the McLaren. Aiden's got the inside line going into turn 4, so probably got an advantage. On the soft tyres as well. Ooh, a little bit of oversteer. Allows Chappie to go through. They have dropped back from the 9 in front though. Oh, really struggling Aiden to keep the car firmly in a straight line. Back up to the top then. And as you can see, these at the front not really changing positions at the minute, although Paddy and ours, I think he gapped Ice One, which means it's the 6 at the front now that have managed to pull away, and it's The 6 usual suspects, you might call them. These guys are really quick. Nice one. Trying to stay within a second. If he has, he's done really well there. He'll get the RS. Allowing to try and close the gap. Let's go up. Oh, there you see Reese has overtaken Tim for the lead of the race. Josh is a little bit too late to have a run into turn 1 and make the pass. We've got a full safety car out. Someone's in the pits. I think it might be Taffy. That's not usual around here. Yeah, Taffy. Pit stop. Once he had a wing change. Is Ace going to come in? Yeah, Ace is going to come in. Now, what are these leaders going to do on the mediums? Are they going to come in? Or are they going to stay out? I think if you're on the softs, if you're any of those drivers that started on the soft tyre, you come in and you take the softs off now. Then you can go up medium, for example. If you're pitting now, you're definitely going to have to pit in again. But you've probably, you've got more flexibility coming off the softs. You can go medium, hard, hard, medium, medium. As I said, you can, you've got more flexibility there, depending on what happens. So let's see. So Reese and Tim are in. Yep, they're all in. The top 6 have all decided to come in. Ice One's in. Chuck's in. Craig's in. Yeah, it looks like everybody's coming into the pits. There's a Haas there staying out. And just check these. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So, because on your 6104 started on the hard compound, not worth pitting in like now. Or they could have gone mediums, I guess. And has now taken the lead of this race. Could be interesting. He's gonna, if he doesn't pit in, he's gonna have control of the restart, that's gonna be interesting to see that a restart. And with him being on older tyres, was that going to hold Reese up directly behind him? Is he going to catch people out? Is he going to get caught out himself? Have to wait and see. But you could tick that off your bingo card. First safety car of the season. And just have a little rest in terms of the safety car being out. You see everybody warming tyres. So I think probably we'll see the safety car come in at the end of this lap. I guess we'll see. Yep, safety car coming in. So get ready for a restart. He's going to go early, he's going to leave it late. What is El Plan? Safety car just pulling into the pits now. It's a decent restart. Gone down the right hand side with Reese and Tim there. 104. King Panda going through. Josh down into 6th. That's a poor restart. Fishy Flopper's having a real look on King Panda here. No DRS until the next lap. As Reese looking to try and get through already on those fresher tyres. Tough there for 104. Some really quick guys. Shane with 3 seconds of multiple warnings. Tim's gone through. These guys on the fresher tyre, on those new hard tyres, are gonna look to get past as quick as possible. Yes, King Panda has gone through. Get on board with Fishy Flopper. Let's see. Yeah, going through as well. On your 6, what's he's going to have here? He's going to have DRS on somebody at some point. He just needs to hang on as much as possible. Josh is going to make a pass here. I was going to try. I'm not sure. He's not had a good exit in the Ferrari there. He's actually left himself open to a potential pass from Paddy and Chuck. DRS is enabled. Might be able to get through here. Side by side. No, and it's Paddy that goes through on Josh. And Josh trying to not lose a position to Chuck here. Paddy's managed to go through. Yeah, Josh side by side with Chuck. And Chuck's gone through. Josh has had a disastrous start here. Just about getting the position back. Everyone getting DRS now. Yeah, that's 7th, 8th. Yeah. Oh, and that's the slight touch there on Chuck. And unfortunately, I didn't see that. Was that Craig? Yeah, it looks like Craig ran into the back of Chuck there. That's very, very unlucky for Craig. Minding his own business, racing his own race, and something happens there right in front of you. You've got no chance, no time to move, and nothing can happen. And yeah, that's very unlucky. So because they overtook really early in the lap, as Taffy gets 3 seconds for multiple warnings. Both Tim and Reese have managed to pull out a 2-second gap on King Panda already. That could be at this stage it's not insurmountable, but it could be very important. Here comes Tim. He's made that run. He's made it into first position using the DRS to his advantage there fully. King Panda and Fishy Flopper are side by side, by the way. This is a battle for 3rd position. And while they're battling, obviously this top 2 are going to pull away even more. I've seen it's not to your advantage to be having to drive so defensively. You're not going to catch those in front. It's just going to make the gap even wider, unfortunately. So we have got the 2 at the front in Tim and Reese, and the 3 behind here are in a little mini race of their own. We've got King Panda, Fishy Flopper and Paddy. Let's ride on board with Paddy for now, shall we? We'll get a good view of the two in front. Fishy Flopper is right all over the back of King Panda here. So coming into the final corner on lap 10. Obviously we could see a change at the front, but we're going to stick with these for now. Paddy's a half second behind Fishy Flopper, who's trying so hard to make that pass, and has made the pass up into third position. Is he going to be able to defend though? They're very, very close. They don't want to lock wheels here. Oh yes, they have. They've locked wheels. They're both off into the wall. Paddy takes third position. I think this King Panda's still going. Yeah, Fishy Flopper's still going. So no DNF. Saw that coming a mile off. We've got another safety car. Oh no, it's just a VSC for now. And Chappie gets 10 seconds there for a severe collision with King Panda, which obviously we didn't see it, but that seems a little harsh. Another VSC then. Got to be careful with the Delta. You don't want to go too quick, and you see no front wing at all for Fishy Flopper. At least that balances the aerodynamics out. They made crap on both sides. But Paddy taking full advantage there. Just stayed out of the way and let those two, that you saw, like, on the exit of turn 1. They were so close. It just seemed inevitable that they were going to have an incident. I'm just going to pour myself a drink because my throat's hurting a little bit while the VSC's out. So let's enjoy this bit of racing. DRS is enabled. We're back under racing conditions. Also, even though he had I'm sure he'll admit it himself, a very poor restart. Josh is back up into 4th position. There's quite big gaps opening up now, so Paddy's miles away from the top 2, but then Josh is miles away from him, and Aiden's miles away from Josh. So the pack is spread out here, and we'll have to see what that means for the rest of the race. It does look like Reese and Tim are just got that bit of extra pace over everyone else. We saw that from Reese, obviously in the sprint race. Tim had the battle from, was it 8th position on the grid, managed to get it up to 4th, but really showed in the qualifying for this feature race, and in the race, this race itself, showed he's got that level in him. He's got that level to step up to. Here we go then. We're on lap 13 of 29. So not halfway through yet. Plenty of time to go. 3 seconds for Shane from Osborne. He's now 6 second total. You've got to be careful with the track limits. Ice one. And Craig gone through on 104. We've got another VSC. I think it's Craig, yeah. Is he going to retire it there? It's difficult. Yeah, he's retired it there. Still only a VSC though. It's unfortunate for Craig. He got the arse end of the coming together between Fishy Flopper and King Panda, unfortunately, and he was showing He was showing decent pace. He had a decent, good showing until then. Oops, that would be the wrong button that I've just pressed there. So, if we're looking at the tyres here, only 6 still, only 12 lap old hard tyres, so still might have a little bit more in them. Oh, speeding under VSC for Geothanos, that's not good. Oh, my cat's talking to me. Yeah, he doesn't like that either. No speeding under the VSC, Tails. No, he said no. It's I say it's silly, you know. You've got the Delta there on your screen, and on your sixes coming into the pits. It said he had a drive-through there. What's going on there? Did he get a drive-through? That could be a disastrous one, there. Just have a look at the... Yeah, it was there, drive-through penalty, so... Not ideal. Down into 12th position. I think the closest battles here is this battle for 6th place. It's the two Williams, Bucco and Chuck, chasing down Ice One in the Sauber. Speeding in the pit lane as well, Geothanos. That's 20 seconds of penalties. Is he going to retire? We're going to see a retirement here. He'll have 10 seconds taken off. Well, I say he's got to serve those 10 seconds. That's his drive-through. Right? He's got 20 seconds of penalties. That's a lot of penalties. He might just keep going, you know. Fair play to him if he does. There we go, the battle for 6th anyway. You see Bucco and Chuck. Chuck's going to try and make a pass on his teammate here. Down the inside into the final corner, and he has done. Very nice. Now the two Williams need to work together and help each other out. Taffy's retired from the session, and that's brought out a full safety car. I think, two safety cars at Bahrain, plus you know, virtuals as well. It's a little bit surprising. We're on lap 15 of 29. Are they going to think, oh, they get these? If you've got a fresh set of mediums, get these mediums on and go the rest of the race. You can see people pitting in already. Let's see what they put on. On your sixes, put mediums on. Probably going to look to take those the rest of the race, as I mentioned. Oh, Aiden speeding under the safety car. That's naughty. Right. So Aiden's got a drive-through. Geothanos has got 20 seconds, so might as well come fit in anyway. It's what these at the front are going to do. It's a very good safety car for Paddy, by the way. He's going to be able to close the gap and end up. Oh, they stayed out. Okay, and he's going to end up right on the back of the rest. Paddy's going to take the pit stop. Surely Tim and Reese don't think they could take those tyres another 14 laps. That's ridiculous. Josh has stayed out as well. Surely not. That seems excessive to me, given the age of the tyres. Aiden's not pitted in. I understand that. You've got a drive-through. You're gonna, you know, if you don't want to change your tyres, you might as well just come and serve drive-through. But I'm with Paddy on this. Obviously Iceland and Chuck. I don't see the hard tyres lasting the rest of that race, or this race, and so probably going to have to pit in. Paddy's going to try and stay out, and It's definitely worth the risk. If you're Paddy, you know, you're in third position, you were 7 seconds behind. The safety cars help you out a little bit. Take the pit stop and just take the risk on a medium compound. I don't see anything wrong with that strategy, to be honest. I think that's a fair strategy that he's decided to take. And yeah, I'm not sure. Myself, I would have pitted in. You saw that the mediums, whether they were hanging on or whether they were still good, they lasted the 10 laps of the sprint. You're only going to have to take 2 or 3 laps more by the time the safety car comes in. You're not really using you're not using your tyre up right now. So the mediums, I imagine, will make it to the end. We've got a Red Bull coming in. That's Githanos going to take the other 10 seconds off his penalty. That's reasonable. He's of course been lapped by almost everyone at this stage, but he can be without penalties and can just keep going. And why are you moving up positions under a safety car there? It's a 10-second penalty. Fishy Flopper will be very angry. Luckily not received any damage. But yeah, I think only 6 has got damage. Again, I pressed the wrong button because, you know, I'm just out of practice. Yeah, no front wing. So not only a 10-second penalty, but he's also going to have to change the front wing afterwards. That's going to be massively costly. King Panda hasn't really recovered from that incident out of turn 1 and, well, through turn 1 and into turn 3 with Fishy Flopper as we look 8-lap-old Hartogs. I still think that the right call, and let's be real about it. I'm not infallible in my strategies, but just watching this live, removed from the actual race, I would be leaning towards the change to the mediums being the correct strategy here. He's got to have a good start though, Paddy. I mean, he's got Bucko in front of him. Aiden's going to come in and serve his drive for him, right? So we can kind of take Aiden out of the equation because of that. He's got to get through on Bucko quickly before DRS kicks in, and he's probably going to get through on Josh as well. I have a really good restart here, and he's got a chance. He has really got a chance. Oh, yeah, Tails, my cat, is agreeing with me. He says that it's a good call from Paddy, this. Hey, Tails. I know. He's very fussy. Good boy. Good boy. He's very much my cat. We got him for the wife, and yeah, he just sticks to me like glue. He follows me everywhere. He comes outside with me, and he hates it when I have to go shopping and then leave him on his own. He just sit at the door waiting for me. He's like a dog. He's cool. Oh, he's cool. I imagine the safety car's going to come in this lap. It's been out for a few laps. And, 19. we're going to have 11 laps of racing, 10 laps of DRS to decide who's going to win the first Grand Prix of the season. Place your bets right now. Here we go. Tim back in the pack up. He's going to go early, surely. This is Tim we're talking about. He's going to go early, and we're going to see who gets caught out by that. See a lot of weaving, but not from Josh. Josh, in the Ferrari, decided to take the Raikkonen strategy. I don't need to warm my tyres. So here we go, he's gone. And Josh, has he been caught out a little bit there? Yes, Paddy has gone through on Bucco. Oh, Bucco's dropped right down there. It's an awful restart. We've got Red Bull coming in. That'll be Githanos. And yeah, Bucco back up to 11th, but Paddy a very good restart. Again, Aiden's not in play here in terms of the race. He could make life difficult for Paddy during the next lap or two, but he's got to come and serve that drive through. So in terms of the race itself as a whole, he's a non-factor. Which that sounds really harsh, but if you look, you know, when he takes that drive through, he's going to come out in 14th. Paddy gets through quite easily though. Also a 10-second penalty for King Panda for ignoring yellows. Did he overtake someone before the start-finish line there? Had a very good restart. Fishy Flopper up to 7th. Josh has already dropped back 1.6 from Tim and Reese. Paddy is absolutely flying. We're going to stay on board with Paddy. But this is the story of the race right now. It's going to be how quick is Paddy and how quick can he get onto the back of the two in front. Wise strategy to stay behind, but don't want to stay behind for too long. Chuck now up into 5th. DRS enabled. No, is Paddy going to go through here? Reese has gone through on Tim. So Reese will be leading the race. Yeah, Paddy's gone through on Josh, and I think he'll be able to hold that position quite easily given his tyres. Now, he's got 1.9 seconds, the gap. Now down to 1.85. So that's what he's got to make up as quickly as possible. While these tyres are fresh, and while these tyres are definitely in a superior state to the older hard tyres, he has to really close this gap, and he has done, to be fair. Already taken a lot of time out of the two at the front. Just about gapping Josh already as well. Gap down to 1.1, 1.2-ish. Well, we're staying on board with him. The people's champ. This is a huge brain play from Paddy if this comes off. See, purple sector 2 there, he is looking well rapid. Within DRS, he's less than a second. He's just making up time so easily. Is he going to go? He's staying on the left. He's not worrying about anyone else. Those two slowing each other down now. Paddy, look, now he's got the gap down to 0.6. Right on the back of the front two. Really battering the engine there, coming out of turn 1. I think he switched up to like 3rd, coming out of the corner just so he get the traction out. He is looking like a race winner to me right now, Paddy. On lap 21, the laps are running running dry, they're running short. Every lap ticking over. I think they're going to manage to Paddy. I think these mediums are going to. I think they're going to last. I say it's early in the day, you never know, but we'll have to see when we will see in these upcoming laps. The thing he's got to do though, he's got to get past at least one of these two pretty quick. He doesn't want to be stuck there in third, not able to pass. While he's got the tyre advantage, he's got to try and get past. That's easier said than done. He can outbrake them, and I imagine that's what he's going to take it around the outside. I don't know if he's going to have room, to be honest. Yeah, Reese is going to be able to stay in front. Okay. Good exit from Paddy though. I don't think is he going to have enough? He's going to go down inside. No, he's not. He's just backed off a little bit. Josh up into fourth position, overtaking Chuck there. Again, this is the battle that we're going to stick with, at least for the time being. Almost got past Reese on the start-finish straight there. He needs to just... I know why he went around the outside. I thought he was going to go down the inside, but he didn't. The fact that he's given himself a chance of even winning this race has been a great effort from him. But I think he's still got... He can still win it. I mean, he's got to really go for it now. Let's just drop back a little bit there. He really did get as much out of these laps since the safety car restart as he possibly can. And we've got another safety car. Oh my word, this is unprecedented. This is Bahrain, where it is notably difficult to get a safety car. And I think that's Paddy's push over in terms of with the tyres. I think you see everybody pitting in. Anyone got a set of fresh soft tyres they want to put on these last few laps? Might be the way to go. It's a real shame, because I do think he had it in him there to get through, and I think the drop-offs on the mediums are really quick, but then it's on the old hard tyres, so it's makes it a really good battle, but we're not going to see it, unfortunately. We've got another safety car, which is, yeah, what can I say? Not good. Not what anybody wanted from this race. Not that it's been a bad race, it's been a fantastic race. I just kind of didn't want to see this many safety cars in it. Yep, everyone pitting in. Get these. I mean, if you've got no new softs, you can probably get away. You know, you get some mediums on and just absolutely smash them. But we'll have to see what everyone's putting on. Tyres up. Yeah, it's fresh mediums. This is why you should always have a set of fresh mediums just in case. Everybody pitting. Josh doesn't have any. Sorry, fresh softs, not mediums. Why you should have a set of fresh softs. Josh doesn't have a set of fresh softs, so he's gone on the mediums. The fact that Govey's not pitted in, and the 9-lap old hard tyres are going to make it to the end. That's not a problem at all. But that's going to give a massive advantage to the front three if they have a decent restart. Safety car could come in this lap. It might just be a one and done for the safety car area. not necessarily a long one. Waiting, if we get the notification that the safety car is going to come in at this point in this lap, it's going to go another lap. I suspect it might come in this lap, but because of Githanos being quite far behind, it might start for one more and let him get to the back of the pack. I don't think it really makes a difference. Yeah, it's going to stay out for another lap. All that does is mean that we're going to get the start of that 26 when it comes in, and then we're going to have to wait till lap 27. So we get 3 laps of DRS, provided there's no more incidents and provided the safety car comes in this lap. Of course, you know, that's anything could happen. Who's going to take it from here, though? That is going to be a question. I think it's going to be one of these. Well, I think the front 3, as it stands now, Reese, Tim, and Paddy are going to be the podium sitters. I think Govi's going to slow people down behind him. Josh going onto the mediums, I don't think he's going to be able to catch. And Chuck, who's on the softs, is going to have quite a large gap to close to get to the top 3. So I believe this top 3 is going to be the 3 that battle for the win. We're just going to have to see in what order and how close they are. Don't know if there's an advantage being Reese here. When that DRS kicks in, if you're in first position, you're going to be very susceptible to a pass. And I guess you'd rather be in first and be able to control the race, as the safety car is going to come in. And this lap, he's gone earlier, as we know that Reese will do. Josh has got to get past as quickly as possible here on Govi, because he's going to be under massive pressure from those on the soft tyres. He's got through, but Chuck's managed to get through. They're side by side, by the way. Josh has managed to hold that position. Ice One and Fishy Flop are side by side. Teammates with a big battle here. Fishy Flopper's just about going to keep hold there, yeah. Back to the front 3 then. Paddy already 7/10 down. Not the greatest restart, as you see the gap between the front 3 and the rest. Already 2.5 seconds, over 2.5 seconds. As we expected it to be. Govi having those hard tyres and Josh being on the mediums. I thought that the gap was going to be quite large. Govi down into 13th position. That's a disastrous restart. I don't know why I didn't pit. You know that the hards are going to go the rest of the race, but you're so far off the pace on those old hard tyres. It's difficult. These two got to be careful. Reese and Tim, yeah, they're very good drivers, and they won't normally come in together. But if they do, then the door's open for Paddy. We're going to have DRS now. Paddy's putting the fastest lap of the race, by the way. Very, very good showing for Paddy. Still on the pace. Tim going through there into first position. Chuck up into Fishy Flopper up into fourth. Sorry, look at that. Great showing from the Saubers, by the way. Ice went up into 6. Josh has fell down to 8th position, and maybe there's been a little coming together there. Can't quite see his wing. He seems all right. We're back up to the front. We're going to stick with these guys now. We've got about 2.5 laps of racing to go. There'll be no safety cars now. That's for sure. And it's going to be who can pull out the big performance here at the end. It's all going down. We're on lap 28 of 29. Front three all holding the positions here. For some reason I imagine that Reese is doing this. It's not necessary that he can't get close. I think he's waiting. He's going to do it on the start finish straight at the start of the last lap, and then defend from there, because that's the I think that's the ideal scenario for him. Does put pressure on him to have to pass at that point, but it seems like the smart idea. Oh no, I'm afraid Reese is not going to be doing that. He's going to be lucky to finish this race. He's got just about enough of a gap where he's kept it in third position. He has got damage. 1 lap to go. It's now between Tim and Paddy. I think Paddy's a little bit too far back. Wow, that was a massive error there. That is a common spot to oversteer, and then it cost you. So DRS enabled for Paddy. Let's see how close he can get. He's got 1 lap to do this. This is the last lap of the race that they've started. Where's he going to make the pass though? He's very, very, very close. Compromise entry and get a good exit here. Go for it. It's such a short DRS zone though. It's tough. You see further down, they're just there's like 4 cars side by side. We've got to stick with this though. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. It's such a tough one. He's close, but he's not close enough. That's the thing. He's going to have to compromise an entry and just go fully for it out of a turn. This could be ideal, but again, he's not quite close enough to do it. That's a disaster for Reese there, though. Just over a lap to go. That oversteer, I think he might have just clipped the curb on the inside. And luckily, there's a lot of runoff here at Bahrain, so you can slow it down enough to where you're not going to DNF. And he's still going to get a podium. But here we go. First race of the season. Across the line then. It's going to be Tim winning the first Grand Prix from Paddy. Reese is going to get that final podium position. Look at the Saubers. What a night for the Saubers. 4th and 5th. Josh gets 6th in the end. King Panda 7th. Chappie 8th. Chuck 9th. Buck 10th. Aiden 11th. Shane comes over the line. Is he 12th there? Well, what a race. Oh, yeah, Shane comes over the line at 12th, as I thought, because of the penalties. What a race that was. Lots of incidents, though. Well, I'm sure we'll see in the steward's room after the race. But phenomenal stuff. It was a great race from Tim there. After a decent showing in the sprint race, but also was a little bit, disappointing. But he smashed that, and he's got the fast lap as well by just over a tenth. Paddy in second though, very good showing from 6th. So this season, it's unofficial of course, but this season I'm going to be doing a driver of the day for the racers, feature racers, not sprints. And today's driver of the day, in my opinion, it's nobody else's, it's going to have to be Ice One, going from 8th up to 5th. And the team of the day will go to the Saubers. What a finish there, 4th and 5th. Excellent work there from the Sauber team. They look like the team to watch out for the constructors. The Ferraris did well as well, picking up very good points. But in the end, the win went to Tim in the RB from Paddy, and Reese, of course, on the podium as well. Phenomenal race in there, and that's just the start of the season. We're just getting warmed up. I'd like to thank, before I go, Ice One and Ace, the two main men, for firstly getting me into commentate, letting me commentate, and being patient while I was ill. And I'd also like to congratulate everybody who finished there. Commiserations to those that didn't. Some unlucky spots there in that race. And finally, I hope everyone had a great Christmas and New Year. And we will see you the same time next week for the second race of the season on the calendar. Which, if you like, I can just have a quick look and just confirm what it is. Excuse me. My voice is about to go, so it's good that we're ending about now. Which is Great Britain. What a race that's going to be. That's going to be a fantastic race. Anyway, that's it for tonight. As I said, we'll see you the same time next week. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed watching the stream as much as I've enjoyed commentating on it. Have a fantastic week, a great week, and we'll see you next week for Great Britain.